Hey, welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21, please leave the channel now. Appreciate it. And boy, what a difference a day makes, hey? So, check it out. She's completely shut down. I took a couple hours yesterday to suck all this out. I figured we were going to do the pond. You can see that we've thrown some pond shield down on the inside. We've got more to do. We were waiting. I ran out, so I got a whole new thing of pond shield here. It's just 2-part epoxy, and we're gonna make sure this. I mean, of course, I've made sure a couple of times now, but this shit is pretty crazy. When you're dealing with concrete, sealing holes, and we've got, I found a couple of pinholes up here that we had to seal here and here that were hiding under some sand and silt that we had built up here that could have been dumping water down in there. I mean, took 10 days to come through, but it came through either way. And I don't want it pinholing down through here. I want it to come up and wick down into here. So we just did a little bit of touch up in the creek. We're going to pretty much use all the pond shield. I'm just going to seal the whole thing. We're going to let it set for 24 hours. It will harden up like a rock and within 12. So 24 should be plenty. We're going to hit it from all through there. We threw some more concrete just to level that area out, even though it was full of pond shield. I just did it anyway around the edges. We're going to suck all that out, suck all this dust out, but we just put it around here, some spots around here. But yeah, we're going to throw some pond shield on it and start over. Plants in here are looking great. Grass is growing like crazy. The sweet potato here, look at that thing. Can't say that ain't growing. Grass is growing. Got our lima bean over here that's growing. I know that's right there. You see it? Everything's in flower right now, so we are only in 12 hours of light. So the tomato plant, it did put off a bloom, but the bloom ain't do nothing. We gotta wait for it. It'll go back to veg when we flip the flower. Oh, we flip those. We're day 61. Yeah, day 61 over there. So however long that takes to finish up over there, probably another 10, 15, couple weeks. So in a couple of weeks we'll be flipping to 16 hours of light, and that should flip them to back to veg. This is our basil over here, looking good. I've been eating basil leaves every day. Pretty good. So yeah, we're going to re-pond shield. And that's my lesson for today, is to pond shield about 4 or 5 times before you do anything. Because that stuff, once it sets, it seems like it wants to, I don't know if there are any cracks, it seems like it seeps down in that crack and then it doesn't seal all the way. So you really have to make sure that your concrete has 0 crack, which, good luck. So what I would recommend is seal your concrete first with a concrete sealer, like what you do on concrete walls. Get a clear concrete sealer. It's toxic, but then after you seal it, come back with the pond shield. And then there you go. With these two. I think they're in love with each other. Pooter and Plinko are Plinko's always seems to be wanting to like latch on to Pooter. I'm maybe trying to suck off the scales of the side, but I don't know. We definitely are raising the water table in this pond over here. So since we disconnected the edges, remember we did a reset, did a water change, added sand, silt, and clay around. When we added all that sand, silt, and clay, we got water down here. All right, wicking too much water. So I removed a lot of that. Okay, so since we removed a lot of the sand, silt, clay from around the edge, our water is drying up. And we know it's not wicking because the dehu is filling up the pond. So the dehu water that we're dumping in is filling up because it's not wicking, because we have a lot of it disconnected. That's drying out our soil pockets where we were over saturated. This allowed the plants to recover, also allowed the creek to recover. You can see that our algae came roaring back, and this is what we want to see. Our filtration, our oxygen, our photocyanobacteria. This is like candy. I call it soil candy. I mean, you put it down there and the microbes just go crazy. The worms go crazy. Everything just rushes to it. Isopods, they all tear it up. But yeah, that's how we're doing it. I couldn't ask for a better recovery, I tell you that. We just got to maintain the algae now. So now it's just about stewarding the creek. We've got our pad over here that we could probably clean out today. Can't even get down here anymore. So I've got this nitrate pad just sitting here. It's catching a lot of that. It's not quite full yet, so we'll leave it. But clean that out. So usually I'll just come through here and move some stuff. Move these roots. Let that trap. Plus some of that goes down into the pond where the fish and the turtles love to rummage through it. But yeah, look at the grass. That's what we're talking about. Grass comes back in the creek. See it coming? Once that starts to happen, we know that the creek is doing much better. It's photosynthesizing, it's cleaning the creek water as it flows. The algae catches all the fish poo. We then can grab the algae and stew it to bed. That's the most important part of stewarding the creek. If we steward the creek, the flowers do the rest. The plants do the rest. I mean, look at that. Nice, tight bud. Super terpy. That's not even the top. The top is right here. Super healthy. No pests. Our Brix levels are high enough to ward off any pests. I don't see any spider mites, no webbing. The redness that you see is from the purple stalk is from the light. The reason we know this is because you can see it right down here. Now this was from the red light. This is from the crash pretty much. Just never, really recovered. But we're blasting them right now with light. You can see. That's how I know. Underneath is good. On the top is stressed or it's reduced in something, but it's still functioning underneath. Pretty cool to see that. But Yeah, live and learn with the lights. We screwed up, we crashed the system, basically killed off all our algae with the light. With that deep red light is just not friend of algae. Cyanobacteria kills it off. Algae stops growing, our filtration stops, poo builds up, toxins build up, nothing can breathe, and we end up with a shit show. It carries over, everything's connected to the creek, everything, all that carries over into the soil pockets, affecting the plants, affecting everything. Now that we're back in action, we can start feeding the soil again, reduce the water content around the egg. See, we disconnected, so this is drying now. Once we realize, now that we know that we're drying up, just gonna bury that right there. It's like soil candy. We're going to bring some more sand and silt in and just sprinkle it right through here where we want it to connect, just a little bit, where we want it to start wicking again. And that'll feed this soil biology over here. Over in the middle, we pretty much disconnected except for right there underneath that rock. You see, we're connected a little bit right here. But right through here, we're disconnected completely. A little bit right there. I want to take a look underneath it and see. Usually there's something under here. Nope, nothing today. It's just sitting on the rock, that's why. We set this on the soil. Isopods love to come up and get underneath there. Turtle shell. So once we cut these plants out, we'll be able to come in. Stuart will, take down some of these elephant ears. We don't chop them down, we just remove these tops so they don't, and they'll just grow right back. The roots never die in the Empress tree. These will pop up everywhere. You gotta steward these. They'll just start popping up. So we gotta start popping them down sometimes. This one's just resting on a bud. But yeah, once you dial in that creek, and if the creek's healthy, if the water source is healthy, everything's healthy. You dial in the creek, all the roots connect to the creek. If that water is oxygenated, got plenty of dissolved oxygen and plenty of cyanobacteria, plenty of all the good things, the algae. I can't explain it all. Oh, is that no, that's not a shrimp. What is that? Look like a shrimp or a worm or something down there. Can't get it to focus in. There it is. Is that just floating around or is that alive? That looks alive. It's hard to tell. Yeah, look at that moving around. Back and forth. Going against the current sometimes. I don't know what that's weird. I've never seen that before. It's a white worm wiggling around down there. It's microscope material right there. Looks like a worm right below that. Worms love to be in the water. They really do. That sounds crazy, but they love being in the water. I can't tell you. Look at the oxygen build up. Oxygen. Get that over there. Hold that. This needs some water. We got roots growing in it. This is nothing but a bag of carbon. Isopods. Ooh, my head's up in this raspberry here. Wee. Hello, my beauty. Good day, my beauty. That one's just plumping up. Plumped. They're dangling. I leave them dangling like that to get that light they need. These are nice, tight buds now. These little testers down here I like to leave for my testers. They'll plump up and get to where you can just pluck them off and smoke them. Smoking a pancake. Bong the bits. I think it's this stuff that broke the branch. Might need to string that one up, huh? We'll go over and get us some fishing line. They're getting too heavy over here. Dangling. They're dangling. Just letting them hang, you know what I mean? Free balling. So, today we will be pond shielding as soon as I hang up with you guys. APSUsoil.com is our sponsor. I'm gonna just take the vacuum and suck that stuff up. I'm gonna mix some pond shield up, and then we're gonna just take our time, and then we should be done with that in about an hour. Hit up everything. We're gonna use it all. I'm going to coat the bottom. I'm going to coat this whole thing again. That's enough right there to do. You know, this is half and half. So you take half of this, or 2 parts this, 1 part that, and go to town. So I'll probably be around. I'll probably go live today. Sometime. I didn't go live yesterday because, to be honest with you, I was not in live material. So we got this done. We're going to we're in much better shape today to go live. It was hot yesterday. I was a mess. So with that being said, check out APSUsoil.com for all your soil needs. And we'll see you on the flip. Just put the notifications on. Appreciate it. Peace.